Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever, wherever you are watching this. My name is Marcus Octavius, and welcome to the playlist. It looks like I got another long list of things to get to here, so I'll just go ahead and jump right in. In my hot little hand here is a schedule, if you will, for this particular month, because guess what? Now every day is Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. So, this right here is the schedule for October, and I'm just going to shoot right through it. Dropping tonight, right now, is going to be a standard playlist, 120 minutes for the 21st century. You heard it here first. I'm going to get that trademark, by the way, whenever I get some money. Uh, on the 9th and the 16th, there's going to be a bit more of a somewhat overall darker tone to the playlist. There's going to be a little bit more goth rock, a little bit more industrial. And I'm also going to touch on a genre that I don't usually hit very often, and that's hard rock and heavy metal. I figured if there was a month to throw all that in, it would be the month of Halloween. The 23rd of October will be a standard issue Saturday night dance party playlist, so please keep in mind for that. The 24th will be a special edition of Sunday morning. I'm going to do a sort of lighthearted, soft toned, spooky sort of music set. I'm still sort of working it out in my head. What I'm thinking about doing is researching some music from like the 50s and 60s, stuff like One Eyed, One Horn, Giant Purple People Eater, things like that. So keep that in mind. The 30th will drop, now let me get this correct, Halloween 2 Electric Bungalow. I think I named it. I don't know. I may have to change that name. I know it sounds pretty corny, but if you know, if you watched the playlist last year I did for Halloween, this will be of a similar tone. A lot of tribute bands, excuse me, things like Cybertronic Spree, things of that nature, and music of the like. Definitely a geeky sort of unique sort of playlist, and that's dropping on the 30th. And on Sunday, October 31st, I'm doing something a little unique, uh, far beyond, the usual sort of board affairs, something I haven't done really since May and World Goth Day. And I'm calling it the Dark All Day Halloween playlist. And it's going to have goth rock, industrial, hard rock, heavy metal. I will give fair warning that some of the videos that will be in this particular playlist may not be suitable for children, or if you have, rather a sensitive stomach, or if you're particularly sensitive to what would be classified as graphic displays of God knows what. I'm going to tell you right now, this playlist is probably not for you, and I'm giving you fair warning now before you get to Halloween night. You're watching this playlist and go, "What the hell?" No, I'm giving you fair warning now. Some of these videos may not be suitable for children. If you're of a sensitive nature, they may not be suitable for you. So please keep that in mind in this. So, as it stands right now, standard playlist tonight. The 9th and the 16th will have a bit more goth rock, industrial, hard rock, and heavy metal in it. The 23rd will be a standard dance party playlist. The 24th will be what I will refer to as Hallows Eve Sunday morning, and that's a little bit geared more towards Halloween, of course, the season. The All Hallows Eve Halloween 2 Electric Bungalow drops Saturday, the 30th, and the Dark All Day Halloween special will be dropping Halloween night. That would be Sunday, October 31st. For those of you local to my area, you know that tomorrow, October the 3rd, will be SC Comic Con Junior. I will be out there again, and I will be dressed out in my steampunk. I'm hoping to get some pictures and have them put up on at the bare minimum, probably my Instagram. So for those of you who follow on Instagram, please keep your eyes out for that. It's going to be a 1 day event, nothing spectacular, but I'm hoping to see a lot of you out there, and I will be out in my steampunk. So please keep your eye out on Instagram for more pictures of me cosplaying in my steampunk original character, Dr. Fox, like Doctor Who, but less eccentric, if that's even possible. And more good news on the recording front. I am actually laying down solo drumming tracks. I finally started that. I've finished one. I'm getting ready to work on another one. And all this is building up towards the eventual release of my performance at Bloom a few weeks back, um, which was a pretty interesting little. It was a little different for me. It was different than what I'm used to doing, but it was a lot of fun. Charlotte, North Carolina, the ladies of Satara have always given me a stage to practice my craft, and I'm always grateful for them. So keep your eyes out for that in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be dropping drumming videos, not instructional, just performance type stuff. And a very special drop will be my Bloom performance in Charlotte, North Carolina from a few weeks back. Now, onto the playlist. I have uh, some new artists are making their way onto the playlist. Falls and Isaiah Wavy, a couple of Afro punk artists. I think Isaiah Wavy does hip hop. As a matter of fact, I think Falls does as well. But it's decent hip hop. It's nothing quite heavy handed. I encourage you all to listen to what they're trying to say, as well as blues rocker Grace Potter. I believe this is her first or second time on the playlist. If I played it before, it was a long time ago. We also have new music from a couple of old stalwarts, Rod Stewart and Johnny Marr. Johnny Marr, as many of you remember, would be the guitarist and a songwriter of the Smiths back in the 80s with Morrissey. We also have music this week by Jane's Addiction, The Romantics, and a special Janelle Monáe headed up fundraiser for African American Policy Forum. And this was a song dropped on the 24th for International Daughters Day. And I encourage all of you to take a look at this video. It's actually a fundraiser for the African American Policy Forum. And the video is a tribute to all the African American female women who have lost their lives to racial injustice and specifically police brutality. It's a 17-minute long video. I'm not going to kid you, but I encourage all of you to give it a listen. And if you listen to only part of it, I encourage you to donate. Speaking as an African American, this is something that we need to contribute to more. And we all like a good ally. And if you feel compelled to contribute nothing more than like $5 or $2, I encourage you to do it. The video itself will have a display in the upper right hand corner for you to. It has a link, I should say, and you click on the link and you make a donation. I encourage all of you to do that. Having said all of that, I wanted to offer a little bit of commentary on one particular situation that, for the most part, seems to have resolved itself in the past week. One of the things that surprises a lot of people about me is that I do enjoy R&B music. I was a big fan of it growing up, and I still am to this day. Which made the sort of disgusting and just unfortunate revelation of R. Kelly having done what he had done and did what he did all the more disappointing because his music was one of those of whom I enjoyed. I know that for the legion of women who have suffered under his hands, there can be not enough reparation and basically not enough apology. What I can do, not only as an artist, but also somebody who has a channel who plays artists, is can make a pledge. As such, I am pledging to you right now that I will never, as long as I run this channel, play an R. Kelly music ever, ever. If I have in the past, I will not again. And that includes any Saturday nights or Sunday morning playlists I put together, anywhere. Sometimes you have to make a stand, and this is the best one that I can make. I will tell you that what I'm currently thinking of, and I will give you updates as things go by, is I am considering in honoring the artists that he has helped, doing a very special playlist of those artists, and I'm going to make sure that if it is not all female, the majority of them will be female, because I believe they deserve more of a spotlight and more respect than what they've gotten. R. Kelly is one of those people that he's a predator. Unfortunately, he's sexually assaulted a myriad of women and married somebody way below the legal age of being married. And I know that I have to do what I have to do, and that is the best thing that I can do. So please keep an eye out for that. It will be mostly R&B based or soul. Please keep an eye out for it. As always, the links are down below. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, my email, Save Our Stages, and my PayPal. I'm not going to force you to make donations, but a donation would always be appreciated. Just be sure to leave a note of how you found me and who you are. I'm Marcus Octavius. Enjoy the list.